Hello and welcome to the Cube Ambassador. So this is the last show of the year. It's December 30th. You can tell I'm tired. I haven't shaved in like 3 days and I'm just ready for the end of the year. The weather here has gotten kind of lousy too. We had snow last week, a lot of snow. I mean, less snow than Buffalo, but we had a lot of snow. And it all melted. Now it's raining, so it's a bit of a downer. But you know what isn't a downer? I'll give you three guesses. Right. Swag, swag, and swag. Today happened what I talked about in my last show. I got hit by a swag avalanche, but not from my own closet for a change. This actually came in a box. And I heard people coming up the steps. And so now I jump. Before Christmas, we'd ordered some pajamas, and someone decided to steal those. Which I'm sure when they opened it, they probably thought, oh, I got a bottle of rum in here or something. They opened it up and there's pajamas. Not used, they're brand new, but nevertheless. So the minute I hear the post person coming up the steps, I'm down there with my club, on my scratch it stick. Actually, I don't have a club, but this really scare people. This is quite useful during really boring meetings. You can just, but anyways, yeah, so I got the box. Big box full of swag. Now, I'll tell you why we got the swag. 3 people in the Toronto area got this swag from Veeam. Okay. What happened was Veeam sat down one day and they thought, you know what? We really like Canadians. I mean, they're so nice. They're up there north of the border. We'll just give them some swag. No, that's not what happened. Well, what happened was the Veeam recap, community recap, the 100th edition. There was a quiz. Okay. And can you believe it? 3 people in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, won one person in West Virginia, but we'll adopt him, so it's okay. Won the prizes, and they didn't say what the prizes were, so we're kind of like, what's going to be? A massive swag box. I honestly, I thought, I didn't know what happened. When you get that kind of swag, you get worried. You think, well, maybe they're going to fire me. Wait a minute, I don't work for them, so they can't fire me. But anyway, so excellent swag. I don't even know where to start. I'm going to show you. Well, first of all, you can see on my head, look at that. Look at that Vanguard swag hat. I mean, that is beautiful. It even had that was a shirt, it had a performance thing. That performance, I had to cut it off. Shirt, you say shirt? Yes, look at that. That is a cool shirt. Just tons of swag. I mean, I've got my pen situation for 2023 is all set up. I don't have to purchase another pen. Look at this. I have like massive amounts of pens. That's like 6. And different colors too. So the mood I'm in, I can use the type of whatever. Then there's these things, which I don't know what they are, but they're sprayy things. So I'll show it again. Whoa, where is it? I'm getting so excited. Swag. So look at that, and you spray. But you got to be careful because once Veeam sent me one of these things, and I thought it was like mouth freshener. Right? It turns out it was the stuff you're supposed to clean your screens with. So, so my mouth was very clean for like the next 3 years. It was nuked. So yeah, I always read never just put something in your mouth if it's swag. You got to read even if it's small print. So this says this says drug facts. I'm not joking. Look at that. I wonder what this is. Oh my goodness. Someone has an allergy, whatever this is. Anyway, I'm not going to risk putting it in my mouth. I'll get I think you need like what are they called? Periscope, not periscope, a microscope to read that, and I won't spray. That's not all. Okay. No, I'll leave that for last. I'm sorry. So we next have another really cool shirt. I mean, this is a swag show today. It's the end of the year. We're gonna have festivities, but look at this. All right, look at that. Now Veeam 11, mind you, but nevertheless, hey, a Caston book with another pen. Look, another pen. Again, my pen situation is done, and my diary as well. Okay, a Vanguard bag. Look at this. So when I go to the grocery store, people are gonna go, "Whoa, there's a Veeam Vanguard." I'm certain they'll be thrilled. I mean, look out. Let them through. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they know what that is. And look, I like socks. Look at these guys. I mean, and these are not. These are the expensive ones because they have the things at the top. You see, they squeeze so that they don't slip off, kind of thing, and they're thick too. These are really good Vanguard socks. Look, they stretch. So those weren't made somewhere horrible. Then we have this. Always good to have the. I think it's a pool thing. Put in the pool. But actually, no. It's a party thing. So you can turn it on. Let's say, look at that. New Year's Eve. You know what I'll be doing. But sometimes in the morning, my cat gets really obnoxious because he really wants to eat. And he's wow, wow, wow. So I can just do this and wave it. And he'll run away. And I'll have like 5 minutes apiece until he comes back to eat more. Isn't that cool? So I don't know what you call these things. It's like a pool noodle, but it's got batteries, so I don't think it's a good idea to put in the pool. And of course, you never want to go anywhere without a yo-yo. You know those long meetings with your bosses, and so that's good. Then this. I looked at this. What is this? Like, what a Veeam? Veeam are just they don't do backups anymore. I mean, they're a swag company. So I opened this up. This is a travel pack. This is a travel pack. So look at this. You've got blinders, right? So again, long meeting. Make sure your camera's off. Your boss is talking. Excellent. And then this, again, remember, anything that looks like you put in your mouth, don't until you read the instructions. This looks like lip balm, but I'll double check before I put on my lips. And that might ruin my career. Okay, and there was somewhere else. Oh, yes, of course. Well, this is beautiful. I mean, this Veeam are a really progressive company. This actually came in the travel pack, but you know it's not the travel pack. Earplugs, earplugs. I mean, think of the use for this. All those marketing meetings, I gotta be careful. I may be out of a job soon, but no, I can find a good purpose for these earplugs. You're at a customer meeting. Well, I don't really smile. You got to stuff them in way in there though, because they see the green, they might suspect something. All right, that you're. Anyways, we won't do that. And last but not least, you gotta like this. Look at this, a Veeam teddy bear, and look, he's got Veeam, and oh, it's Vic. It's Vic the teddy bear. I wonder if you squeeze him, he talks. No, he doesn't. Yes, I do. No, that was me. Anyways, isn't that cool? Yeah, that's fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a little bit, as you can tell, overwhelmed by swag today. It was a surprise. I knew something was coming, but they didn't tell us. And to get this huge swag avalanche, it was a bit overwhelming. And I guess the only thing that's still out pending is what this thing is, if it's a screen cleaner or if it's freshener. So I'll tell you later. I'm not going to test it. Okay, what are we talking about today? Well, we're not going to have a very long talk today because it's the end of the year, but I wanted to go over something fantastic. Auth0's documentation. Okay, I like good documentation because I don't like reading documentation. I'm really lazy. So if the documentation is good, it makes me very happy. And Auth0's documentation is fantastic. I really enjoy going through it. It's like reading a novel. So let's take a look. If you go to auth0.com docs, there it is. Now, I know what you're going to say. Authentication, yucky, it's developer stuff, run. No, that's what I thought at first. Not at all. I mean, yeah, developers, it's not that us operation people don't like developers. We like them a lot. It's that there's a different mindset. And like some of them did mathematics in grade 10, didn't flunk it, like some others did. But nevertheless, so it's also for developers, but not only. You've got to get this in your head. Authentication is for everybody. So is authorization and security. Everybody. Doesn't matter what your level of skill is in any department. So, but look at this. This it's just so inviting, this documentation. Look, if you're a developer, fine, you can go to a native mobile app, a single page app, regular app, go in there. But if you're just me and you want the basics, look, get started. Authenticate, manage users, customize, secure, very simple. But it gets better. Like, I like interactive stuff. And look, if I put the mouse over on this, okay, you see what happens? It becomes a hand. What does that mean? It means it takes me to the location. Look, I can right click it and boom, here we go. And we got the get started area. And we just go down here. It actually goes back to the same area, but you can move forward this way, which is really cool. If I just want to go to manage users, I don't have to go and look. There it is right there. User accounts, user search, migrations. So this is a very easy, user-friendly documentation site, which makes it fun. And I've already started going through it. I am learning authentication, so I'm no developer superstar authentication person. I'm learning it. I've taken a few courses on Udemy, and I'm going through the Auth0 documentation. And it is fascinating stuff. It's opened my eyes to so much about how this all happens. Starting with SAML, the older protocol, and now an OpenID Connect. I was able to connect those before. I had no idea what I was doing. But now reading, it's really interesting to find out what's happening behind the scenes. So, for instance, if we press here on Authenticate, it goes down. It's going to give you all the different things: single sign-on, password list, how to provision users, identity providers, database connections, enterprise connections, protocols, everything you need. And again, it's not that complicated. It's kind of like everything in IT. It's building blocks. You have to learn the basics, the fundamentals, and then you go up. And they actually point out here, I believe, in the Get Started area, identity fundamentals. There we go. Okay, so that's where you want to start. Identity fundamentals. and it gives you a very good overview of what they are, the basic concepts. Okay, authentication versus authorization. This comes up time and time again because they're not the same thing. So authentication is letting you into the house, let's pretend, right? Authorization is which rooms you can go to in the house, okay? And it makes perfect sense. And it's the same thing with applications. I mean, if it's your house, you just want to give someone the key, and let's say it's your neighbor, and let's say, the person's got like a beer addiction, and you let them, and you got a beer fridge in the basement. You don't want them to get to your basement because you want to make beer left. So you don't authorize them to go to your basement. You lock the basement door. Same thing here. So it'll describe all these differences, but I like the fact that this is very easy for someone who's not even maybe IT, but for someone who's basic IT, yeah, I mean, I get this. It's not intimidating. I've gone to some other sites where suddenly it's like, oh, the C++ and Java and these little applets and springy booty things running around. Oh no, man, I couldn't take it. But this is, this eases you into what is, like Kubernetes, for instance, a complex topic possibly. So, and I like the little look at these graphics too. Huh? So there you go. So when I was talking about the house, I didn't think that up. I mean, I'd like you to think that, but no, I looked at the graphic right away and got that. So there, that part is there. Let's take a look. So authentication, authorization. I think that's what we're down further there. We're talking about. Yep, there we go. Usually done before authorization, that kind of things. So pretty cool. And then it goes, of course, to a section on Auth0 itself. All right. So like tenant settings, applications, and Auth0. So you can I like to do this. I open a whole bunch of pages, and then like when my boss when they used to walk by, right? I don't go to the office anymore, but in the old days, they go by, wow, Jeff's really busy. He's got like 10 browser pages open, right? I just make sure the sports pages and stuff were hidden. Anyways, let's take a look here. So applications in Auth0. So it's going to talk specifically about Auth0. One thing to keep in mind, because I've been also doing a lot with Okta recently, they differ, okay? So it's not that every identity provider is the same, all right? And that can get confusing. So the terminology tends to be pretty much similar, the same, but I'll give you an example. I set up a Keycloak, which is like a homegrown one in your own little environment, and it was talking about realms. I didn't see what realms were over here. So there is a little issue there. So you have to kind of learn the theory to understand what they are talking about. That's kind of the truth for everything. But you can monitor applications. It's very big, but I really recommend getting involved in this, even if it's just to learn the basics, because it's fun. Tenant settings, so you have your little tenants, multi-tenant environment. Look at all of this. I mean, it goes really deep. So again, that was just a very brief overview of what we were talking about. But one second, I think I just froze my screen. Oh, we're back. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I highly advise you to look at that. It's really interesting. Okay, so end of the year, you can tell I'm tired. It's been a long year, a lot of excitement, a lot of swag. Have a great, happy new year. Don't work too hard. Remember, never sleep on the factory floor. Let Elon Musk and the billionaires do that. They are comfortable doing that. But as a normal human being, rest is important. Good productivity is when you're rested and relatively content. I mean, you're never going to be totally content, but if you're unhappy and you're tired, you're going to do a bad job. Just my advice. Have a happy and safe new year, and we'll see you in the new year. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.